If you're somebody who's currently finding it really difficult to be able to get any sort of progress when it comes to dating, then my guess is that you aren't dating consciously. In this video, I want to give you some really clear things to be able to think about in order to be able to maximize the dating process and move forward in your love life. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee Slansky. All right, I really want to talk about dating consciously. I'm not into woo-woo stuff as such. I'm a much more practical coach, and if you've been following me for some time, you'll realize that I don't just say, sit there and chant affirmations and manifest. This is about being realistic about what the dating process actually takes, who you are as a person, and how to be able to get progress. So before I dive into these really practical tips, don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and drop a thanks Renee down below if this helps you afterwards. The first thing that you need to do if you want to be able to move forward in your love life and date from a place of wisdom and actually mean that your effort that you're putting into your dating life gets you progress is you have to be dateable. Now, if you aren't a dateable person, it means that you are putting yourself out there, but you're not putting the best version of yourself out there. Just because you have a desire to find love and to date somebody doesn't necessarily mean that you're in the best position to be, let's say, a date that is going to bring value to somebody who's also searching for a partner. This isn't about pulling you apart and criticizing who you are. We're all on a journey and we never fully arrive. However, the best place to be able to start when you want to get anywhere in life is to have some self-reflection of where you are right now and ask yourself, is the current version of who I am, the knowledge that I have, the way that I act, how I think, is that actually setting me up to be able to reach my goal? And if you're someone that maybe isn't sure if you are a dateable person, what I suggest you do is you get my free quiz and guide called Are You Dateable? I'll link that up above and also down below, and you can go and do the little test. The second thing to do is this: you have to set your intentions. Now, setting your intentions when it comes to dating consciously doesn't mean that you just go, okay, I want to date, I'm thinking about it, I'm going to download an app. That's not really what I mean when it comes to setting your intentions. Setting your intentions means actually thinking about, okay, who do I want to date? How do I want to date? What is it that I'm searching for? It's like switching on your love GPS. And your love GPS is essentially putting in the coordinates of where you're currently at, where you want to be, getting a clear, specific point in mind of the type of person you want to attract, the type of relationship you want to build, and then working out, okay, what do I need to do in order to be able to reach that goal if I'm in this position right now? The third thing to do is choose who you connect with. We live in a world full of options. We have so many options that we're actually getting choice fatigue. And a lot of you ladies out there, and guys as well, are going out there and you're downloading dating apps, or you're getting on online dating, or you realize that, okay, there's lots of different ways that I can connect with someone, even through social media, yet you're still struggling to find somebody that you are compatible with, or that you feel that you can actually grow with and build something from. So what we need to do is we need to actually stop focusing on quantity, and we need to make it more about quality. Don't go on multiple dates or download multiple apps if you are getting overwhelmed, or you feel like there's just too much to choose from, or you're putting in effort everywhere and you're not getting progress. Your current struggle is always the key to what you need to do in order to be able to get progress in this area. And I can tell you right now, if you have too many options in front of you, you need to be able to limit those options and focus again on what you want to do exactly with your dating life, who you want to be able to meet, so that you can narrow down who you should actually be focusing on. And you can probably hear my son in the background, who has just woken up from his nap conveniently in the middle of filming, and he's currently babbling away. He's 3 months old. Another thing that I want to say on that point is this, is that when we go on dating apps or we meet someone, we often blame the app, or we blame the process, or we blame love, that there's no one out there. But the truth is that we're choosing to connect with that person. No one's forcing us to. And if you're connecting to someone and then you are somebody who gets attached too easily, or you're not able to recognize red flags, basically you're putting yourself in a position that is a higher risk of it not working out. Hence why we need to be more conscious about who we are connecting with. Just because you can connect with someone and just because you can go on a date with them or because they have asked you out doesn't mean that you should. We have to think about our choices really carefully by weighing up the consequences and seeing if it aligns with what we really want. Okay, the fourth thing to do when it comes to conscious dating is stay in the present. Now, if you're someone like me and I was a hopeless romantic, I literally would go on a date with a guy and then I would already imagine where our life would be 5 years down the track and what my last name would be like with, his last name attached to it, and, what our children look like. And I jumped 6 months, 5 years, 10 years down the track with a person that I'd only known for like maybe an hour or so. It's not a good thing to do, okay? And learn from my mistakes. You need to be able to stay present so that you can really focus on the reality of the situation of the person in front of you instead of the idea that you have about them or the idea that you have about love. We get really frustrated in dating and we hinder our progress when all we do is focus on potential. Or all we do is paint them to be something that we want them to be instead of realizing who they actually are. If you have a history of being really frustrated with your dates because 3 months down the track or 6 months down the track, you realize, oh, hang on a second, they're not exactly who I thought they were, then chances are it's because you weren't staying present or you were getting attached too soon, too early on, without really taking your time, setting the pace, and getting to know them for who they are as they go through the stages. Okay, the fifth thing to do when it comes to conscious dating is this. We need to recognize the patterns and the red flags. Conscious dating means dating smart. It means dating from a place of wisdom. It means not waiting until everything falls apart before you go, oh yeah, right, I should have seen that from the beginning. If you want to set yourself up to make dating easier, more fun, more successful, so that you're not, dating for years and years and just not getting anywhere, then you've got to be aware of what to look for. You have to be able to recognize those signs early on, whether it's your own red flags, like getting attached too soon, or whether it is red flags that they have. For example, always being on their phone, things not adding up, maybe they're sending you certain messages which are asking for too much information too soon on. Don't worry, I have done a guide on this as well, and I'll drop it down below, and it's basically your red flag checklist. You need to be able to recognize those red flags from the beginning and be aware of what those signs are so that you can be consciously making decisions from that awareness to make sure that you aren't repeating the same patterns over and over again. And lastly, number 6, take back feedback. Rejection or criticism isn't always a bad thing. What it does is it actually helps us learn more about the dating experience. If you ladies are out there and you're constantly dating and having the same sort of cycle happen over and over again, the truth is you are not growing. And if you're not growing, then chances are it's because you aren't learning from what it is that you're going through. Either you don't have awareness about it or you're blocking any sort of learning because you don't want to confront some of the things that you need to work on. If somebody rejects you or if somebody gives you some feedback, even if it's not ideal or it's harsh, try not to take it so personally and instead ask yourself, all right, what can I learn from this experience, even if I don't like it, so that I can make sure that I don't have to go through this again. Conscious dating means taking accountability for your role in the process of relationships and dating. And it all starts with looking at what you're doing and asking yourself, is there something that I can do better next time so that I don't keep finding myself in this subconscious self-sabotaging pattern? All right, ladies and guys, I hope that this video has helped you. If it has, let me know below, let me know below rather, and drop a thanks Renee, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I can guarantee you these videos will probably get more and more interesting now that I am a mum and I am sleep deprived and I have a little one in his bouncing chair watching me. But thanks guys for being a part of my channel, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now.